Okay, Ji. Part 2 of October November 2020, paper 1, variant 3, question number 11. So, here we go. Question number 11 says that we have an air bubble which is rising through a liquid at a constant speed. Okay, we need to understand that the weight of the is air bubble is lesser than the liquid. Okay, so and the viscosity of the liquid is greater than the velocity or viscosity of air. So and this type of question is also came in 2015 paper 1 variant 3 of summer. So we need to check few things. Number one is the direction and the relative size. So we need to consider the length of these arrow. So if the bubble is rising, that means the upthrust is increasing, right? Is in upside, and the drag is along with the weight, as the drag is always opposes the motion. So the as it says a constant speed, then the sum of all forces is equals to zero, and the upthrust is equals to the drag plus weight of the bubble. So after having this information, we see option D is incorrect because it says the viscous drag is in the up direction, in the upward direction, which is not supposed to be, because it always opposes the motion which is actually going up. So viscous drag should be going down. So option D is incorrect. Option C. So if we need to check the length of the uh, length and the viscosity by considering this, then weight should be lesser than the viscous drag. So option C is also incorrect. So the rest is A and B. So if we after checking the length, we we get that U is equals here W and V. So the option A is the right answer. So the next question is from the torque couple. So it says the torque couple in these four options, one of it is having a clockwise torque with 9 Newton meter, right? So we see C and D having an anti-clockwise torque, so this will be wrong. And option A having not 9 Newton meter couple. So only B having such information. So option B is the right answer. So the glitch is the main thing is that we need to convert the centimeter into meter. So 9 Newton meter will be the right answer. So the next, so question number 13 says, which is for the equilibrium, right? A shelf PQ is attached to a vertical wall P and supports a book. The shelf is held horizontally by a rigid bar XY as shown. So the angle says of F is theta. So we need to resolve the F with its horizontal and vertical component, right? With our technique says that the side which having angle will be the horizontal will be the horizontal component. So F cos theta will be the horizontal and F sin theta will be the vertical component. So the question says which or the pair having the horizontal and vertical component. So after seeing this, the horizontal component is F cos theta, right? And vertical component both are in downward and F sin theta is in upward. So option B, WS and WB, weight of the shelf and weight of the book will be in down. So subtracting F sin theta. So option B will be the right answer. So let's question number 14. Question number 14 says, question number 14 says it's a glider, and glider has constant speed with an angle of 50 degree, right? So after this information, we says the all the forces on the glider are zero. The dead force will is zero, so that will be a closed vector. So we see all the A, B, C, and D are the closed vector, but if we see A said that have an arrow in this direction, that we don't have that. Means W and L are same, right? So but A is actually is in the wrong direction. So A will be the wrong answer. Same goes to B, same goes to C. Only D has L in the same direction. If this is L, this is gonna be L, this is W, and this is your R. So this will be the right option. Okay, now question number 15. Question number 15 says that a cylinder submerged in a surface of the submerged in a liquid, right? And according to our theory, the upthrust is actually the difference between the higher pressure and the lower pressure, say, which is actually X. So the formula of upthrust is equal to rho g v, v actually the volume. So u equals rho g v a into X, which is the difference in pressure. So this will be our right answer, option number B, and it's option number D, and it's straight away answer. And a ball is dropped onto a horizontal surface and bounces elastically. Elastically means kinetic energy is conserved. Remember that when a ball, the elastic collision means before and after collision, kinetic energy remain the same. But what about the time at which it collides? And we know when the ball collide with the surface at some extent at very limited period of time, the velocity becomes zero, the speed becomes zero. So after this information, most of the kinetic energy loss as heat and sound is not possible because there is no energy loss. It is an elastic collision. The kinetic energy decreases to zero and then returns to the original value, which is the right answer, because at this stage, which is they are talking about in contact with the surface, is actually zero and then return to its original space, original value. The kinetic energy remain constant. No, it is not possible because here it is contact, the velocity is zero, kinetic energy will be zero. The kinetic energy remain constant in the magnitude but changes direction, not possible because kinetic energy is an scalar quantity. So option B is the right answer. Option B will be the right answer. So sum of gas in a cylinder supplied with a thermal energy, the gas useful the gas does useful work in expanding a constant pressure P from the value V naught to value Vf as shown. So this is the question of work done, and we know the formula about the work done is P delta V, change in volume, is actually the work done. So this type of question also came in 2016 paper 1-1, right? Energy supplied Q input, W equals P delta V, right, is expanding. So the final volume minus initial volume will be our output energy. So the efficiency is W upon Q work done, P delta V, and Q is what? Q, some gas in a cylinder supplied with thermal energy. The energy we supplied as Q. So after having the resolution, we will get what? P Vf minus V naught upon Q. So the efficiency will be your option number C. Option number C. Question number 18. An object of mass 0.3 kilogram is thrown vertically upward from the ground with initial velocity of 8 meter per second. The object reaches a maximum height of 1.9 meter. How much work is done against air resistance as the object rises to its maximum height? So it means it go on the top and then it come back at the height we have some energy loss. So kinetic energy, which was initially not equal to the potential energy at the height, kinetic energy is greater than the potential energy because the air resistance is there. So after having this formula, work done is equal to the change in energy, the work done by the against the air resistance will be the change in the energies. Change in energy means kinetic energy minus potential energy, half mv square minus mgh. So we have all the values with us. 1 upon 2.3 will be the mass, 8 will be the velocity, right? And 0.3, 9.81, it gains maximum height of 1.9. So the w will be what? 4 joule. So the question number 19, a water pump raises a mass of 27 into 10 power 3 kilogram of water through a vertical distance of 80 meter in a time of 1 hour, right? What is the average useful output power of the pump? So we need to find out what is first the energy. Energy is actually what? The mass, mgh, m, and the g is 9.81 and h is 80, and this energy works for 1 hour. So 60 into convert into minute, then 60 into second, 360, 3600. So after calculating, we will get 5.9 kilowatt.